Okay, it's Thursday evening, and I just wanted to shoot a video here showing what I think is a pretty interesting opportunity for Uber for both the day trade tomorrow and then, some swing trade potential for the days ahead. Um, and this came from Brad Schenberg's post. He posted a list of a bunch of stocks that he's looking at, and I think it's an excellent list. But Uber really caught my attention, and I was going to type up a reply, but I figured I'll just make a quick video, relatively quick video, just explaining what I see here. Maybe others will be interested in it. I'm not necessarily recommending you take the trade too. If things set up tomorrow, which I'll show you what I'm looking for, I'm definitely going to take the trade whether it works or not, because it checks a lot of boxes in terms of both the strat and things that I monitor. But I just thought I'd point it out. It's also a way to show the way I kind of like to use the strat relative to just conventional technical analysis as well. Um, but anyway, the thing is here, the reason I really was excited when I looked at Uber, that was on the list, is this is, by the way, a weekly chart. This is the daily chart, and this is the 15-minute chart. And that's my main, I'm also primarily a day trader, so keep that in mind as well. But what I really liked when I looked at the daily chart instantly was the way price is, just forgetting anything else about context, the way it's coming up here for one big day, and then we're pausing for 2 days and forming a flat top, like for 3 days in a row here, that's ready to break out. You can see here I've drawn, but I'm going to show you another broadening triangle. This is the obvious one when you look at the chart. You see a higher high here and a lower low there. So you see the broadening action that's reversing up and has the potential to move here. What's interesting on the weekly chart is, from a pure strat, definition, what we have here is the big down, bar, and then we have the inside bar, the breakout lower, the two down, and then and we have one day to go in this week. If this closes up green, the odds are pretty strong you're going to get follow through into next week, which is going to be the two up reversal pattern, and the bigger picture. So, Uber obviously has been in a sort of a downtrend here for a while. So that's why, it's a little tricky. You're getting ready to call a reversal, which shouldn't, a lot of times it's not going to immediately, fly up. Another interesting thing, by the way I look at a lot of this stuff, when I see these kind of reversal type patterns, I often look back, and when I see like these four red bars, what I've typically done is just draw a midpoint line here as a potential first target. I mean, as we stay green each week, then we can get head up week after week after week. But I always look at this type of action as a target there, and funny how that aligns perfectly, the midweek of those four red bars, with the top of this broadening channel on the daily chart. So again, that shows you the potential of this trade. Obviously, if we do break out here, you have these targets here, this prior high, the three prior highs in a row. It's kind of a machine gun type of thing. So that's setting up on the strat. It looks good. But the biggest thing for me, and this is a pattern I've just seen a lot, again, it's just that ascending triangle, which is a very excellent, breakout pattern. And this is the 15-minute chart spread out. We come up here, and if we come up to the top here, I expect us actually to pause again and kind of coil even tighter. And the more I see that, we could break through right away, which would be great. But if this just comes up here and pauses like I would expect, and then even coils further and doesn't break down, that's going to really signal the powerful breakout. So we're getting close to it, and that's why I'm just excited to at least give this a shot with good opening price action tomorrow. Now, the final thing is, for me personally, I look at the 15-minute chart as my reference. And what I like to see is a strong opening pattern above the midpoint of a prior bar. And that kind of sets me up with day trades. I'll show you another one here in a second on this day back here, what I look for, but it's just my style again. So, it might not really align with other people's style, but if I could see a strong opening pattern tomorrow here, I'm going to look for a good day trade entry to then move up to the top of this range, which would be the top, that's typically what you're looking for here. And then I would anticipate a pause, but if, depending what happens, then, we might get the breakout tomorrow. If not, then into next week. So I'll get into that maybe tomorrow if price, and if price action, I can't predict it. If we open up lower, then the whole thing's called off. So that's a thing too. It's not like I'm predicting this to happen, but it's something I'm definitely watching for, because there's great potential here. And then finally, this is something that really, I just thought I'd point it out, that helped me with the strat greatly. something I never really looked for before. Like here's this 2 down pattern, and then you had the 2 up day here. And as soon as that hit, you immediately look to this prior day's high as the target, which it reached on that day. And that actually forms a very mini broadening action, from here's like the lower low of these 3 bars. And then this bar here is now the the higher high. So you have this, in other words, you have the outside action here, the broadening action relative to this bar. And that's a very interesting way to trade. I find that helpful in my trades when I see these day trades and I can see that, something I like on a day trade, and then I see the target up here, the prior bar. It really helps with some of my day trade decisions. So on this day, for example, if I go back on the 15-minute chart, I just thought I'd point it out. This was the day here that you were getting that 2 up pattern on the daily chart. And what happened was, at least for the way I look at price action, I like to see strong opens and look for that. That's what I'm looking for tomorrow. Same type of thing. Here we had the green bar that went up and we kind of didn't close completely green. So it's just, you're still watching it. You get the inside bar here, and that's my trigger right there to set up to go long, given what I'm looking at over here on the daily chart. And we buy it right here, and boom, within 4 bars, it went up to take out that target and form that broadening price action you would look for on a very short-term basis. Also, if you notice, the entire move of the day took place in like the first 5 bars, and then we just went sideways all day. That's another thing that I personally find to be the case. Price action usually makes its main move early in the day, and then maybe you get another push up at the most. It all depends on the type of price action, but generally that's why I'm looking to enter trades early in the day, and that kind of aligns with the whole concept of the flip, where I think you're trying to get in, or pay very close attention to early, in the next bar price action. So anyway, this, to me, it's early in the day, which is kind of critical to what I'm looking to do. So anyway, I'll end it there. I just think it's there's a lot of interesting things developing here, and I just thought I'd shoot a video just because I'm kind of bored, and I figured I'll just do it, and maybe others would be interested in Uber, because I wasn't looking at this until it was pointed out to me, and I just, again, whether it's a win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna day trade this if the right price action happens tomorrow. And it's just, it kind of aligns with everything I look for, and plus the strat in many ways as well. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but just thought I'd shoot this video ahead of time.